The deep sea is one of the most mysterious and unexplored regions of our planet. It's a world of perpetual darkness, crushing pressure, and creatures adapted to survive in extreme conditions. Recently, deep-sea creatures have been appearing near the surface. These sightings are becoming more frequent. What is causing them to leave their habitat? Is it a sign of a changing ocean? The ocean's depths, once a sanctuary of stable temperatures, are now experiencing the far-reaching effects of climate change. As greenhouse gases trap heat in the atmosphere, the ocean absorbs this excess heat, causing a gradual but relentless rise in water temperatures. For deep-sea creatures adapted to the cold, stable environment of the abyssal plains, even a slight increase in temperature can be disruptive. Warmer waters hold less dissolved oxygen, creating conditions known as hypoxia, where oxygen levels are insufficient to support marine life. This lack of oxygen can suffocate deep-sea creatures, forcing them to seek refuge in shallower, more oxygen-rich waters. Furthermore, rising ocean temperatures can disrupt the delicate balance of deep-sea ecosystems. The ocean's depths, once thought to be untouched by human activities, are now a repository for our waste. Pollutants from industrial discharge, agricultural runoff, and plastic debris find their way into rivers and streams, eventually reaching the ocean. These pollutants, often invisible to the naked eye, accumulate in the deep sea, creating a toxic cocktail that threatens marine life. Plastics, designed to last for centuries, break down into smaller and smaller particles, forming microplastics that permeate the entire ocean. These microplastics are ingested by marine organisms, including deep-sea creatures, accumulating in their tissues and potentially causing physical harm or interfering with their biological processes. Toxic chemicals such as heavy metals and pesticides also persist in the deep sea, accumulating in sediments and marine organisms. The ocean floor, far from being a static landscape, is a dynamic environment shaped by powerful geological forces. Earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and underwater landslides can cause dramatic changes to the seafloor, releasing vast amounts of energy and altering the physical and chemical properties of the surrounding water. Seismic events can generate powerful shockwaves that travel through the ocean, disorienting marine life and disrupting their sensitive sensory systems. Deep-sea creatures, adapted to the relative stillness of the abyss, can be particularly vulnerable to these disturbances. The sudden vibrations and pressure changes can cause them to lose their sense of direction, leading them to surface in a state of confusion. Underwater volcanic eruptions, while less frequent than earthquakes, can be even more devastating to deep-sea ecosystems. The deep sea, once considered inexhaustible, is now feeling the pressure of human exploitation. Overfishing is depleting fish stocks at an alarming rate, including those in the deep sea. Deep sea fish are particularly vulnerable as their populations take decades to recover. Deep sea trawling is one of the most destructive forms of fishing. These nets scoop up everything, including delicate coral reefs. The damage can take decades to repair, leaving behind a barren wasteland. The deep sea, shrouded in darkness, relies on a complex and interconnected food web that stretches from the sunlit surface to the abyssal plains. This web of life is fueled by a delicate balance of phytoplankton, microscopic algae that form the base of the marine food chain. Phytoplankton, through photosynthesis, converts sunlight into energy, sustaining a vast array of marine life, from tiny zooplankton to giant whales. Changes in ocean temperatures, driven by climate change, can disrupt the growth and distribution of phytoplankton, impacting the entire marine food web. Warmer waters can create stratification, preventing nutrients from reaching surface waters where phytoplankton thrive. This can lead to a decline in phytoplankton populations, reducing the amount of food available for other marine organisms. The deep sea, once a sanctuary, now faces a new threat. Disease. Pollutants and stresses weaken marine life, making them susceptible to new diseases. Pollution introduces harmful chemicals, causing organ damage and immune suppression. The rise of deep-sea creatures at the surface signals environmental changes. Human activities impact even the deepest oceans. Pollution and emissions affect marine health. Scientists aim to preserve deep-sea environments, We need to reduce emissions and pollution and establish marine protected areas. The deep sea is a precious resource that deserves protection.